On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Plateau.
An elevated, relatively level expanse of land, typically vast and extending over a large area. A state or period of little or no change following a period of growth, development, or progress.
Examples:
Plateau region. Plateau in performance. The hikers finally reached the plateau after a long climb up the mountain.
Basalt.
A dark, fine-grained volcanic rock that forms from the solidification of lava.
Examples:
Basalt rock. Basalt glass. The hiking trail was lined with towering basalt columns.
Slab.
A flat, rectangular piece of material, such as wood or concrete, often used to describe a large, heavy, or solid object or structure.
Examples:
A slab of chocolate. Marble slab. The construction workers poured a large slab of concrete for the foundation of the building.
Column.
One of the vertical blocks that split content on a page or screen from top to bottom, an upright pillar that often supports an arch, entablature, or other structure or stands alone as a monument.
Examples:
The spinal column. A column of water. The newspaper devoted several columns to the affair.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Causeway.
A raised road or track, usually made of earth, gravel, or stone, that crosses a low or wetland area.
Examples:
Narrow causeway. Causeway bridge. We drove across the scenic coastal causeway, enjoying the beautiful ocean views.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Molten.
In a liquid state as a result of being heated.
Examples:
A molten image. Molten lava. The molten metal was poured into the mold.
Lava.
Molten rock that has been extruded from a volcano and solidified, a highly fluid, highly heated substance or material.
Examples:
Lava flow. Molten lava. The volcano's eruption caused a lava river to flow down the mountainside.
Contract.
A legally binding agreement between two or more parties, setting out their rights and obligations to each other, typically in writing and enforceable by law.
Examples:
Employment contract, contract law. The company signed a contract with the supplier for the delivery of goods.
Fracture.
The breaking or cracking of a rigid material or object such as bone.
Examples:
Fracture test. Risk of bone fractures. X-ray inspection revealed many fractures.
Volcanic.
Relating to or produced by or consisting of volcano.
Examples:
Effects of volcanic eruptions. Increase in volcanic activity. This study indicates volcanic activity affects global warming.
Eruption.
An instance of a sudden and violent release of lava, gas, or ash from a volcano, a sudden outburst or explosion of something.
Examples:
Eruption alert level. Emotional eruption. The volcanic eruption caused widespread destruction and left the area covered in ash.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Myth.
An ancient story or set of stories accepted as history, especially explaining the worldview of a people.
Examples:
The myth of an old religion. Perpetuate a myth. With the financial bubble bursting, the myth of economic growth in investment banking collapsed.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Legend.
An old story that may or may not be accurate regarding some persons and events, a well-known person who is admired by others for a long time, particularly in a particular field.
Examples:
Basketball legend. Legend of King Arthur. Many of the legends of the famous general came about hundreds of years after his death.
Disturbance.
Something that interrupts a settled and peaceful condition or that makes someone feel nervous or worried.
Examples:
A nervous disturbance. A disturbance caused by a terrorist. This building construction causes serious disturbance to residents.
Taunt.
To tease or ridicule in a challenging manner.
Examples:
Taunt him with cowardice. Taunt the losing team. She taunted him with sarcastic comments about his lack of success.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Roar.
To make a loud, deep sound, like a lion or a car engine.
Examples:
Roar with laughter. Roar for more. The lion roared loudly, signaling its dominance over the other animals.
Insult.
A remark or action that causes offense or disrespect. Verb, to treat, mention, or speak to rudely.
Examples:
An intentional insult. Insult each other. His insult toward her was unacceptable and resulted in his being fired.
Hurl.
To throw something with great force.
Examples:
Hurl a brickbat. Hurl a cup out of the window. She angrily hurled the book across the room.
Dramatic.
Very sudden, very excellent, or full of action and excitement.
Examples:
Make dramatic changes. A dramatic rescue at sea. The statement had a dramatic impact on house prices.
Strength.
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples:
Strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Clump.
A small group of bushes, trees, flowers, people, etc.
Examples:
Clump of bacteria. A clump of trees. I heard the clump of his boots in the hallway.
Heave.
To lift or hoist something heavy with effort. To throw or hurl something, often with force. To rise or fall with a rhythmic motion, as in the heaving of the sea.
Examples:
Heave a sigh. Heave a boulder. The workers had to heave the heavy equipment up the staircase to the top floor.
Rival.
A person, company, or thing competing with others for the same thing or in the same area.
Examples:
Rival bidder. Merge with a rival company. He interfered with his rivals in various ways during the campaign.
Isle.
A small island, especially one in the sea.
Examples:
Olive paradise. Tiny isle. I love to spend my vacations on a beautiful isle with pristine beaches.
Crater.
A huge bowl-shaped cavity in the earth or an object in space, usually created by an explosion or the impact of a meteorite.
Examples:
Crater lake. Lunar crater. An enormous crater marks the area where the vast volcanic explosion occurred.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
Disturb the peace. Disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Loch.
Originating from Ireland and Scotland, a lake or a bay that is almost surrounded by land.
Examples:
Tranquil loch. Picturesque loch. We went fishing on the calm waters of the loch, enjoying the peacefulness of the surroundings.
Toss.
To throw something carelessly with a light motion.
Examples:
Toss a coin. Toss the bottle into a trash can. It would be best if you tossed out all those old magazines.
Boulder.
A large, smooth rock, typically one that has been worn away from a cliff or mountain by erosion.
Examples:
Boulder field. Lava boulder. The hikers had to climb over a boulder that was blocking their path.
Scot.
A tax or payment, particularly a share or portion of something, a person from Scotland or a Scottish immigrant.
Examples:
Pay annual Scot. Traditional Scot attire. The scot-free suspect was later apprehended for a different crime.
March.
To walk militarily with stiff, regular steps.
Examples:
March against the war. March east. The troops marched shoulder to shoulder.
Rage.
A strong feeling of anger or violence.
Examples:
Uncontrollable rage. Fall into a rage. She was filled with a burning rage at the injustice she had witnessed.
Loom.
To appear or take shape as a large, especially in a frightening way.
Examples:
Loom over the global economy. Loom on the horizon. The issue of divorce loomed large in his mind.
Substantial.
Fairly large in size, value, or importance.
Examples:
A substantial amount of capital. Have a substantial meal. The pandemic was a substantial business opportunity for certain companies.
Sight.
The ability to see, anything that is seen.
Examples:
An unexpected sight. Dull sight. Many famous sites are within walking distance.
Colossal.
Extremely large and impressive.
Examples:
Colossal statue. A colossal success. The new building is truly colossal, towering over the surrounding buildings.
Thunder.
The loud, deep sound made by air expanding along the path of a bolt of lightning, a deep, prolonged loud noise.
Examples:
Thundercloud. Deafening thunder of applause. The roaring thunder was so loud that it woke me from sleep.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.
Falter.
To hesitate or stumble in action or speech, to lose strength or momentum, to become unsteady or shaky.
Examples:
Falter in decision making. Falter in speech. My confidence began to falter as I gave my presentation in front of the class.
Crush.
To press it firmly, usually with your hands or a tool, so that it becomes flat or smaller.
Examples:
Crush coffee beans. Crush a revolt. The car was completely crushed in the accident.
Fist.
A hand with the fingers clenched tightly into the palm to form a hard rounded shape, an act of striking someone or something with a fist.
Examples:
Tight fist. Raise a fist. The boxer clenched his fist before throwing a punch.
Tremble.
To shake slightly in a way that you cannot control, for example, because you are frightened, angry, or excited, or because of illness.
Examples:
Tremble in fear. Tremble violently with emotion. When I heard the news, my whole body trembled with excitement.
Bulk.
The quantity or size of something that is very large, the main part of something.
Examples:
Buy in bulk. Bulk data transfer. I received a parcel of great bulk.
Hatch.
To cause an egg to break to allow a young animal to come out, to produce and expand something that is in an early stage.
Examples:
Hatch a plan. Hatch a baby chick. The eggs began to hatch, and the small chicks emerged.
Cunning.
Clever or skillful in achieving a goal, especially deceptively or secretly, shrewd or wily.
Examples:
Have cunning eyes. Cunning plan. The fox used its cunning to outsmart the hunter and escape.
Illusion.
A false idea or belief, especially about somebody or about a situation.
Examples:
Optical illusion. Illusion of being in forest. He could no longer tell the difference between illusion and reality.
Cradle.
A small bed for an infant, often designed to rock back and forth, a place or region where something begins or originates.
Examples:
From the cradle to the grave. Cradle of civilization. The baby peacefully slept in her cradle, surrounded by stuffed animals and blankets.
Disguise.
To hide or alter someone's appearance to deceive or mislead others.
Examples:
Disguise my feelings. Disguise his voice. Later, it turned out that the politician disguised the fact from the public.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound. Thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Enrage.
To make someone extremely angry.
Examples:
Enrage the international community. Enrage critics. The news of the betrayal enraged him.
Shatter.
To break suddenly into many pieces.
Examples:
Shatter the plate. Shatter a world record. Her husband's death shattered her life entirely.
Conceal.
To prevent something from being seen, found, observed, or discovered.
Examples:
Conceal my identity. Conceal a close relationship. Despite the intense verbal abuse, she concealed her anger well.
Sow.
To plant or scatter seed, especially in the ground, to establish or set in motion.
Examples:
Sow a seed of doubt. Sow a lot of confusion. The farmer sowed the seeds in the field, hoping for a good harvest.
Doubt.
A feeling of being uncertain about something, especially about how good or accurate it is.
Examples:
Dispel doubts. No doubt about the news. Doubt is the start, not the end, of intelligence.
Squawk.
To make a loud, harsh, or shrill noise or cry, often in a repetitive or complaining manner. To complain or protest loudly or vehemently.
Examples:
Squawk for food. Squawk in protest. I could hear the seagulls squawk loudly as they flew over the beach.
Gigantic.
Extremely large.
Examples:
Gigantic proportions. Gigantic monsters. He was so hungry from the long journey that he had a gigantic appetite.
Hefty.
Large, bulky, and heavy, impressively large, substantial, or powerful, large in amount, extent, or significance.
Examples:
Hefty price. Hefty breakfast. The hefty box of books was too heavy to lift on my own.
Infant.
A baby or very young child.
Examples:
Infant daughter. Infant food. Mozart was an infant prodigy.
Swaddle.
To wrap tightly with cloth or blankets, typically done with infants to provide them with a sense of security and comfort. To restrain or restrict movement by wrapping tightly.
Examples:
Swaddled her son in a soft blanket. Swaddle my baby for sleep. New parents often swaddle their newborns to make them feel secure and comfortable.
Pile.
A collection of objects positioned one on top of another, a large sum of something, such as money.
Examples:
A sand pile. The height of a pile. After the party, they had to clean up piles of dirty dishes.
Blanket.
A large piece of soft material used to cover or wrap a person or thing to keep them warm. Adjective, broad in scope or content.
Examples:
Blanket authority. Blanket scarf. The electric blanket keeps me warm on cold nights.
Shudder.
To tremble uncontrollably or convulsively, often due to fear, cold, or intense emotion. To recoil or react strongly to something unpleasant, disturbing, or shocking.
Examples:
Shudder at the thought. Shudder with fear. I couldn't help but shudder when I heard the scary noise from the dark alleyway.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Shore.
The land along the edge of a sea, lake, broad river, or other large body of water. Verb, to support by placing against something solid or rigid.
Examples:
A sandy shore. Shore up demand. The waves are beating against the shore.
Identical.
Being the exact same one.
Examples:
Pair of identical twins. An identical equation. Infant formulas are nutritionally almost identical to a mother's breast milk.
Cave.
A large hole in the side of a hill, cliff, mountain, or under the ground.
Examples:
Domiciliary caves. The mouth of the cave. Bats reside in sheltered caves.